Big Matthew coming in to change direction. Matthew, good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
Defensive line?
D-line, O-line, mainly O-line though.
Mainly O-line these days.
Yes, sir.
How's the blocking been for those running backs these days?
The yards speak for themselves. We haven't exactly got wins, but
you got a lot of points.
Yeah,
you got the yards.
Yeah, we've rushed for over 300 yards. I think in the past 3 or 4 games. So
who are the guys? I know Mr. Simpson, Gerald Simpson, getting quite a few of these. Who else is picking up those good yards for you?
Well, it's a mix.
You can say it like this. Mr. Weatherford likes to block for these backs. Who are these backs?
Well, there's one, Noah Priester. That's one of them. Then the second one probably be my homeboy, Jonathan James Patterson, JP. Big back, plays physical.
Mr. Floyd?
Mr. Floyd, very physical.
I heard a lot about him.
Very physical back, yes, sir.
What's the key to your position at offensive line? I know everybody would say about an offensive lineman as in general as a group of position players, but for you yourself, what's the key to playing your position on the offensive line?
Just playing fast, moving my feet.
Knowing that snap count, get off that ball quick.
Yes, sir.
Quick feet. Has it been a good week of practice?
Yes, sir, it has. I tweaked my knee a little bit this Monday, so I've kind of went 100%, but today I got it back to where I wanted it to be.
What did it feel like when you tweaked it? I'm trying to get some inquiry now for my knees. What did it feel like?
It was a pain, but it wasn't bad to the point to where I wanted to let my team down, and I wouldn't stop playing. So
did you throw the ice to it? What was the treatment for it?
I iced it. Yes, I had to practice, but I continued to play Monday night all the way through.
All the way through that game. What was it like getting that win? What was the celebration like afterwards?
It was a big time celebration because it was a milestone for us, getting that first win.
Do you feel like, did you guys just go completely overboard? Did the coach ever try to coach guys, let's act like we've been here before? You've never been here a long time,
yes,
but it had to feel good. It had to feel great.
We celebrated while we could, but then we got back right back to business.
Who's the business? Remind us again who you're playing tomorrow at home.
Moorhead.
Moorhead coming in. Coach Earl Bates' team coming in from the Moorhead Panthers out of Eden. They're coming in tomorrow night. What do you think about this Moorhead? What do you know about this Moorhead team?
They're very fundamentally coached, and they play hard.
And do you think is the strength of Moorhead they're running or they're passing or both? Or
they have some athlete guys. They have some athletic guys.
But then guys up there last year, you heard they mentioned the Dabbs names. I think that Dabbs kid was
the quarterback.
Yeah. Last year we saw them.
Great
play.
Athlete.
Yeah, we saw them play last year. We were down at Eastern Guilford, I think it was, maybe the year before. It was Dabbs. He had a brother who's a receiver, I think, or something
running
like
back.
that. Yeah,
but he got hurt.
He's out.
Yeah, he was out. He's out during this game.
So you got to keep an eye on the Dabbs guy, especially.
Yeah, great athlete.
Again, with us tonight, Norman-Weatherford, Matthew Norman-Weatherford, that is, at Shane's Rib Shack, Football in Focus for a big Thursday night. What do you have to do to make sure you get the win, to guarantee that win tomorrow night?
Do the little things correct and play hard.
And you think about some other things, too. What are some of the things you did this past summer? We asked your teammate about this. What are some things you did this past summer that made you a better player this year?
Biggest thing I did was take time to become more of an athlete on the offensive line and improve my strength.
What have you learned from Coach Lippard? What's he taught you this year?
Do little things right, small things.
How about Coach Abolio? Do you work with him too?
Nah, I work with Coach Cockman.
Coach Cockman?
Yes, sir.
What's his first name?
I want to say, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's Josh.
Gotcha. What have you learned from Coach Cockman?
Play little things, like small steps, like just the little tiny things, like small steps.
So do the little things a little bit at a time and keep getting better at those.
Yes, sir.
And cover the little tracks instead of trying to take the big steps and leave big wide open spaces. Take to those little spots as you go along.
Yes, sir.
There was a guy named Nathan Cockman at Northeast years ago. I don't think that's the guy. I think he was a running back in his day. Say you got out of college and a pro team came after you and said, we want you to come play pro football. You come and play, but we cannot pay. We're not going to pay you yet. We'll pay you if you do well and stay with it. Would you leave college without a contract, a guaranteed salary, and go play some pro football for a team, just play for nothing, just to see if you can make it and stick?
Definitely.
Who would the team, if you could choose a team, who would you go play for?
Carolina Panthers.
Panthers. Have you got a favorite Panther player?
Of course, I'm a Luke Kuechly fan.
Could you see yourself playing linebacker one day?
No, sir.
Offensive line, defensive line, maybe for them?
Yes. Very good on defense. Very good on defense. So, defensive line.
They've got a tough defensive line. They picked up that kid last week, that guy came in from Minnesota, Jared Allen.
Yes, sir.
But he also picked up that guy, I was kind of impressed, picked up one guy off the Redskins practice squad. I watched the game last week. I think he had 2 sacks in the same game. Greg Hardy, if you're the You're Panthers fans, so you can be a Panthers manager too, a coach or a guy in the front office. If you could bring Greg Hardy back, would you bring him back?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Guy's eager to play. I want to see what he does for the Cowboys. I think they're playing the Patriots this week.
Yes, sir.
Should make for a big time game with Mr. Hardy. How far do you see the Panthers going this year? They're 4-0 right now. Do they keep this thing going here?
I'm saying NFC Championship.
NFC Championship. At least the championship game.
NFC Championship.
They could be the champions this year. Possibility with us again tonight. Matthew Norman-Weatherford with us. James Ribchak for a Thursday. Football in Focus. Got some other guests coming in. We got Northeast Guilford in the house right now. Where is Coach Lippert? Where are the other coaches? Where are they at tonight?
The Moorhead game.
Up to the JV game.
Yes, sir.
The JV team, if I'm not mistaken, has been playing pretty good this year.
Yes, sir, they have.
Are they unbeaten still? Or
No, they lost one loss.
I know the middle school team under Coach Burton. I think Coach Burton's a middle school coach, doing pretty well this year too.
Yes, sir.
Do you think this Northeast Guilford program is gradually taking those small steps, kind of coming back around?
Definitely.
What is the key to keeping a program like this? I mean, Coach Bursley, he was there. We enjoyed his work, did a very good job. The old key word they use, I guess, in the classroom and even the sport realm is sustain. They sustained a good program. What does it take, do you think, maybe to sustain this program, keep it going from the top to the bottom?
Well, first of all, tradition never graduates. So the biggest thing I think is just work ethic, keeping that same hard work mentality coming in.
That's a good one. Tradition never graduates.
Tradition never graduates.
Like that spot right there. That's a good one. Other questions tonight for you. Do you have a favorite TV show or a favorite new TV show?
Favorite TV show would probably be Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. That's another one too, right?
Yes, sir.
Spinning back. Where do you find that these days?
BET.
BET? How about
sir.
TV Land? They carry that?
I'm not sure, but I'm also a Fred Sanford fan.
Fred, oh man, I love Fred Sanford.
Yes, sir.
Fred and Lamont and Esther, the big one's coming, the big one. He's on that heart attack, and Esther
sir.
comes in the house. And you probably learn a lot watching Fred Sanford.
Yes, sir.
I can watch that stuff on these sideways channels. The channel's not quite well as known. I can watch Fred Sanford and still laugh my tail off. This is
sir, me
funny.
too.
He's got a crazy sense of humor.
Yes, sir, he does.
Love that guy. Red Fox back in the day. All right, some other questions tonight for you, Shane's Rib Shack. Got a favorite NBA team? NBA season's about to start up?
Nah, not really.
How about this baseball World Series? Who are you taking to the World Series this year? We got several teams to choose from. We got the Cubs, we got the Cardinals, we got the Dodgers, we got the Mets, we got the Blue Jays, Rangers, Astros, Royals. Any favorite in the World Series?
Nah, not really. I'm not really an MLB fan either.
So you're pretty much a football man, top to bottom.
Yes, sir.
What do you do during? We talked about the all-season workouts. When football season ends, so you're a senior this year.
Yes, sir.
Where do you think about going to college?
I'm undecided right now. I don't really want to speak on it.
Going to keep it kind of straight for a while, just focus on the senior year?
Yes, sir.
But you do have some interest in going to college.
I have some interest.
What is your weight? About 280?
Yes, sir. I want to know about 295 or so.
295? How tall? 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'2", 6'3".
You got the size for the offensive line or defensive line, I would think.
Yes, sir.
Should be getting some good looks down the road. So no World Series possibilities. If you went to the Greensboro Fair, the Dixie Classic Fair, which is in Winston, or the State Fair in Raleigh, would you pet the horse? Would you pet the cow? Would you pet the goat? Or
The
all
horse.
of the above?
The horse.
Just the horse, not the
Yes, sir.
cow, not the goat. How about the lamb? I thought about that later. The goat, some people may be a little bit taken aback, a little bit steer away from the goat. Would you pet the lamb, possibly?
No.
No, just the horse.
Yes, sir.
On the front of the horse, the back of the horse.
I ain't never really thought about it that
Hey,
deep.
we'll think about that more as the fair approaches here tonight. What must you do to win that game tomorrow evening? The big game against Moorhead kicks off at 7:30. Got them coming to Coach Bill Buckhouse State. You know who Coach Bill Buckhouse? They ever talk about things like that?
No, not really.
Okay, they're coming that way tomorrow night. What's the key to winning that game?
No turnovers. Don't allow big plays. And play smart.
From your standpoint, has it been a good career over at Northeast over the years?
Yes, sir, definitely.
If you could turn back time, would you do anything differently? So let's go back to the 9th grade. I'd like to turn time on back a bit. Go back to the 9th grade. Would you do anything differently there?
No, I've worked hard all the way through, so I can't really look back on things and look at it as I should have done
What have
something
you
different.
learned over that course of time? What have you learned that's made you a better player?
Just to work hard.
Keep working.
Weight room.
Coach Lipper's the main man. He's got this
Yes,
thing
sir.
headed in the right direction. Coach Avolio and Coach Cockman, I remember all these coaches' names.
Yes, sir.
They're doing good things to make this thing right. Who has been maybe the adult or a friend or somebody that's been an inspiration and kept you motivated on this? Somebody had to be there because sometimes the coaches aren't there and sometimes you change coaches.
Yes, sir.
New coach comes in. Who's kept you motivated all the way through? Because you're going to graduate on time, right?
Yes,
Heading
sir.
out of here in May or June, you're going to get out of here on time your senior year. Who's kept you going, kept you motivated?
Probably my dad. My dad, biggest motivation of my life.
What's his name? Give him a shout out.
Marcus Weatherford.
Marcus Weatherford.
He's known as Big House around Greensboro.
Big House.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Is he bigger than you?
Yes, sir.
Wow, he's a big man, and Mr. Big House Weatherford around town. Okay, now you look at some other things as well here. Express yourself. That's one of our themes of the show tonight. Express yourself and just say what you think about what needs to be done for your team to continue where you finished off back on Monday night.
Yes,
keep
sir.
us winning going. Express to us what this team needs to do and what it takes to keep Northeast headed that right direction and add to the wins to keep winning here. What's the need?
Biggest thing, I think, play fast on offense, play fast on defense, and don't give up big plays. And then special teams is a big key, and play smart on special teams.
Are you on special teams also?
A few of them, extra point block, extra point.
You spend most of the time, you say, on the defensive line or offensive line?
Offensive line.
And how much time would you be on the defensive side of the ball, you think?
Well, tomorrow night, probably be a lot because our starting nose guard is out.
So got a guy out right now?
Yes, sir.
Who's gone? Who's missing?
Corey Carter.
Who's been the guy on your team that's probably the most improved player? You talk about yourself and Justin. You guys came in ready. Has there been one guy you just kind of looked around and said, I can't believe how much this guy's improved this year. This guy has really stepped up his game.
Probably would be outside linebacker Noah Priester.
Noah Priester.
Yes, sir.
Is he also on the offensive end, too?
He plays running back as well.
You mentioned him earlier, didn't you,
Yes,
Noah
sir.
Priester? So Noah Priester's really brought his game together this year.
Yes, sir.
A shout out for another Northeast Guilford player, or maybe somebody at Northeast Guilford High School, not even a football player, just a friend or relative, maybe a couple of shout outs you got for them.
I like to shout out to my other senior running back, Jonathan James Patterson. Big back, plays physical. I like blocking for him. And then probably the guy I play beside, Jake. That's what they call him.
He's on the offensive line with
Yes,
you?
sir. Left guard.
What's his last name?
I'm not exactly sure.
Those offenses, you got Jake, you got yourself, which is going to be Matthew Norman-Weatherford. Got Mr. Norman-Weatherford, got Jake. Who's the other offensive lineman? Let's get that whole crew in there if we can.
Well, left tackle is Terrace Crowley. Left guard is Jacob Wilkins. The center is Trey Womack. Right guard is Jake. And then right tackle is me, myself.
Do you guys run the ball maybe more your way or toward the other side, or does it go both ways?
It's kind of equal. Kind of equal.
We talked about these linemen. We had guys from High Point Andrews here last week, big guys like yourself. We talked about pulling. You guys pull in, you let you get out, break out, and get upfield?
Yes, sir.
Do you lead the way when it comes that way?
Well, I end up leading the way. Just gonna put it that way.
As time goes on, you're out front no matter what.
Yes, sir.
How big are you the biggest offensive lineman? How big are the other guys?
Actually, no. I'm probably the biggest as far as weight goes, but I'm not tall as far as height. Jake, he's more the smaller, but he plays physical. But as far as other than him, everybody's about the same height.
Pretty well spread out about even across that
Yes,
line.
sir.
Mr. Weatherford, good to see you, and I want to look for Big House around town. Tell
Okay.
Big House we put the plug in for him tonight, too. Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Tell Coach Lippard, I just want to tell him you're doing a good job. Coach Avolio, Coach Cockman, and all the coaches at Northeast. Coach Suggs, got to get Coach Suggs, and without Coach Suggs, I don't think Northeast would even be here. Because Coach Suggs is Northeast. If anybody's
sir.
Northeast, he is through and through.
Sir, he loves it.
He loves that school. He loves it. The thing I like about Coach Suggs, he'll send me those texts about how Northeast. I bet he texts me later. Let me know what the JV team did, especially if they win.
Yes,
we
sir.
should be getting a text from him later tonight. Keep up the good
Sir.
work. Good luck tomorrow night. Get that win against Moorhead.
Yes,
2
sir.
wins, and you guys now are